Hello, good morning, friends. Today we are going to start a manufacturing process 3. Do you know that due to the pandemic situation of the COVID 19, we cannot conduct a lecture physically, so that we start the online mode for the teaching and learning process. Now, in this whole session, we are going to cover the 6 units as per your the syllabus, and out of them, this is the second unit, that is the CNC tooling and programming. So don't be panic about how we are getting the materials and how we are getting the books for the studying and preparation for the exam. I know that the currently there is a library is closed, so that you cannot issue a book and start the reading. So you try to find out the materials through online, through YouTube, so that I can share this PPT also with you, so that don't take care attention about that or how we are going to manage our study. So whatever the mid semester exam, either class test the college will conduct, during that you have to study through online mode only, because currently we have only the one, we can say that, a resource for the studying, that is the online. So that don't take tension about or don't bother about the study materials. This is the first thing. Another thing, in this MP3, that is the manufacturing process 3 subjects, structure would be same as that of the last semester, or we can say that the last year. That's why the structure is like that. You have to attend the 60 marks end semester exam, 20 marks mid semester exam, and a 20 marks class test. So for the first 3 unit that we are going to cover before mid semester exam, and for the mid semester the syllabus would be unit number 1, 2, and 3. Similarly, for the end semester exam, you have to conduct or you have to study for the whole 6 units, that is the unit number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whole 6 units, that is you are going to study for the end semester exam. But for this situation, we are going to cover the first unit, your first 3 units, that is the unit number 1, 2, and 3. So in that way we can cover the syllabus at least before the mid semester. But in case or in a future the college will open, suppose the college will open, then we can conduct the lectures in physical manner. So that if I am expecting that the college will open up before the or up to the mid semester, so that now our intention is to cover the first 3 units before the mid semester exam, and whatever will be the strategy after the mid semester exam, that will be declared by the institute after completing the mid semester exam. So that don't worry about that things, how we are going to manage or the things. You just concentrate on the first 3 units. Now this is the second unit. In second unit, we are going to cover the CNC tooling and programming. So first of all, basically we will start from the CNC. What is the long form of the CNC? CNC means the computer numerical control. Whatever the manufacturing process that you are going to perform on the workpiece, that you have to control by using a computer. Then how we are going to control by the computer? We are preparing the programming, and through programming we are giving the specific instructions to the tool to perform the specific operations on the workpiece, so that we can obtain a specific job or the specific manufacturing process. That's why we can obtain the desired output. In this way we are going to cover a CNC, and how we are going to perform the operations on a lathe machine and milling machine. This is the final year subject, so that I can expect that you at least know the what is the lathe machine, what is the milling machine. But the only thing is that you have to control the lathe machine or a milling machine through computer. That is the only our intention, and for that purpose we are going to cover the programming. This is your syllabus. In syllabus there are two parts. That is the this is the CNC, and this is the part programming. These two parts we are going to cover in a syllabus. In CNC, you have the tool and the work holding devices. As you study in the lathe machine and the milling machine also, what are the different types of the tool holding devices and the work holding devices, how we are going to perform the tool changing operation. That suppose the workpiece is only at one position, and at that work on or on that workpiece you have to perform the different operations. So that once, suppose first operation is completed by using the one specific tool, and you have to perform the second operation on the same workpiece, at that time the only tool is getting changed, and whatever the new tool we are going to implemented there, that's why we can change the just tool but not the position of the workpiece. That is the, we can say that how in this way we can do the automatic changing of the tool. Now the second point is the part programming. Part programming means we have to perform the programming operations on the computer, and through these computers we are giving the specific operations, or we are giving the specific commands to the tool so that it can perform the specific operations on the workpiece. So that how we are going to study the part programming, and what is the G code, what is the M code in a part programming. In that these cases we are going to study in a next slides or in a next lectures. So that don't worry about how we are going to cover. This is a small unit, we can say that, but but the scope of this is the very large. Applications are the very large in industry. So that we are going to cover one by one how the work and the tool holding devices work, how the automatic tool changers are work, and what is the automatic palette changers. All these are going to be asked in an exam. So that according to my experience, many questions papers having the questions related to the automatic tool changer and the automatic palette changers. So that we will study one by one how it's working and what are the disadvantages, advantages, what are the applications, all we are going to study. Now these are the reference book that you can buy, but during this COVID-19 situation it is not possible to buy the books. You just download if possible on the online, otherwise whatever the books I have I will definitely share with you. These are the books, that is the book number 1, 2, 3. So simultaneously, if you are able to download the books, then definitely share with your friends also. Whatever the resource or material that I have, I will also definitely share with you also. So that don't worry about the study material, just focus on the lectures and online mode, so that at the time of the exam or at the preparation of the your exam, you can avail the all resources, and at that time don't waste the time for collecting the resources. You just start collecting the resources, so at that time exam, at the time of the exam you will definitely helpful for the these resources. Now we will start the actual second unit, that is the CNC tooling and programming. Now this is the machine. You definitely will observe here the machine having the two things, that is the, this is the first thing where you can perform the actual operation, and this is the second thing where you are giving the performing the programming on the computer and giving the specific command or the specific command to the tooling for performing the specific operations. This is the actual, we can say that this is the actual room where you can perform the operation, and this is the actual computer where you are going to give the command to the specific operation of the specific manufacturing process. So this is the, we can say that this is the lathe machine, but lathe machine is going to be controlled by the computer. That's why we call this as the computer controlled lathe machine. And in computer controlled lathe machine you have to perform the various M code or a G code, and through M code and G code you have to give the specific command to the tool. Similarly, we can do these operations in milling machine also. So that there are, we can say that two CNC, that is the one is the turning and another is the milling. So that we can say that is the turning CNC and the milling CNC. This is the turning CNC machine. In turning CNC machine having the same construction as that of the lathe machine, that is the here also headstock, here is also a tailstock, and this is the work holding devices, this is the tool holding devices. All these are having the same construction as that of the lathe machine, but only thing is that there is the one additional thing, this is the computer added, and through these computers you can provide the programming in the M code and G code, and after that they perform the specific operations on the workpiece, so that you have to just only maintain a specific programming, and through programming you can able to manage any operations and perform any operations on the workpiece. This is the turning machine. Now this is the milling machine. In milling machine, you know that, or we can study in a previous semester or previous year also, there are three axes, that is x, y and z. So you have to first of all know the difference between the lathe machine and the milling machine. Lathe machine operates only on two axes, and the milling machine operates only on the three axes. That is the main difference we have to remember. We can perform the operations on a lathe machine in a two directions, and we can perform the operations on a milling machine in a three direction. As you know that the main difference between lathe and milling machine, that is the in lathe machine we cannot move up or down direction. This direction is not possible in a lathe machine, but in milling machine we can move up and down directions. We can perform the operations in x, y, z, that is the all three directions, but in lathe machine we can perform the operations in only two direction. This is the main difference that we have to keep remember, that is the between the lathe machine and milling machine. But in this unit we are going to study not only the lathe machine and milling machine only, we are going to study how we can perform operations on a lathe machine and milling machine using a computer. Now this is the G code and M code through which you have to perform the programming on a computer, and through these computers how we are going to perform a different various operations on a machine, that is the this is the G code. But in G code you no need to remember all the codes, you just have to remember some specific code to through which you can perform the specific operations, because these codes are in a very large number of amounts, so that it is not possible to remember each and every code. It needs lots of practice but for the exam point of view you have to remember just few codes. But in a practical applications there is a G code and M code book is available in industry. You have to just follow and perform the each and every operations. So for the exam point of view you have to remember just few codes, so that that can be asked repeatedly in a exam. These are the list of the G codes. Again, these are the G codes, these are the M codes. What is the difference between G code and M code? G code are used to perform the actual manufacturing operations on a workpiece, but the M codes are used for controlling of the machines. Just like you have to start the machine, or you have to switch on the machine or switch off the machine. Just you have to make a tool changing in the machine, or just you have to start the spindle in a clockwise direction, either in a anti-clockwise direction. You have to just start the coolant on or off, whatever the process you want to do on a machine, or you have to control the machining, or you have to control the machine. For that purpose we are using a M code. But whatever the manufacturing operations, that we have to control using a G code. This is the main difference that you have to remember. Now this is the we can say that this is the G code. Now you will observe I will take here the some few examples of the G code. This is the just an overview. We are not getting to the deep as the lecture is advances, we are getting the deep into the each and every G code that will be useful in the exam. This is the G00. This only used for the rapid move. Rapid move means you have to just move from one position to another position without doing any operations. That is for that purpose we are using the G00. That is the G 0 0. Now G01 means the linear straight operation. That is the, if you have to perform the linear operation in a straight motion or in a straight line, for that purpose we are using a G01. You have to remember just these codes, but in a later sessions we will study about the how we are using these G codes and how we are going to perform the operations using a computer on a milling and a lathe machine. This is the G02 and G03. What is the meaning of G02 and G03? Is the same as the, if you have to perform the circular operations, for that purpose we are using the G02. Here you will observe, if you have to perform the operation in a clockwise direction or in a anti-clockwise direction, for that purpose you have to use the G02 and G03. G02 is for the clockwise and G03 is for the anti-clockwise. Now the next code is the G41 and 42. This is the cutter compensation. What is the meaning of cutter compensation? Cutter compensation means, the thing is that you have to provide offset while performing the operation. That is the offset you have to give while performing the operation. At that time you have to give the G41 or G42. That is the, whatever the offset you have to give, that is either on a left side or on a right side. It depends upon the our desired output. For that purpose you have to give the G41 and the G42. Now these are the some examples of the M code. That is the M02 is the program end. Program end means it is the total finish of the program. That means that we are going to stop the machine. This is the program ending of the whole program or ending of the last. This is, we can say that this is the last line of the program. So while if we use the M02, that means we are going to close the machine or we can stop the machine. Now this is the M03. What is the meaning of M03? M03 means if you have to start the spindle. Starting of the spindle might be in a clockwise direction or might be in a anti-clockwise direction. So for that purpose we are using the M03 and M04. M03 for the clockwise direction and M04 for the counterclockwise or anti-clockwise direction, but it is only for the starting of the spindle. M06 is for the tool change. Whenever we have to change the tool, that means the after performing the one operation, suppose we have to perform the another operation on the same workpiece, at that time we have to change the tool. For that purpose we are using the M06. For coolant on or off purpose we are using the M07, M08 for the coolant on, and whenever you have to off the coolant you have to use the M09. As you know, the what is the purpose of the coolant? That is to carry away the heat, to provide the lubrication purpose. For the various purpose we are using the coolants, and for this purpose you have to on or off. For there are the coolant pump is also available in a we have provided in a lathe machine and milling machine. To on or off purpose we are using the M codes. That is the M07, M08. Either coolant off purpose we are using the M09. And whatever the M30 is the temporary ending of the program. What is the temporary ending of the program means? Suppose if you are giving some loop or cycle in a program, and if you have to finish or you have to close that loop, for that purpose we are using the M30. But in a last slide we are studying the M02. That is, this is the M02. M02 means ending of the whole program. And what is the meaning of M30? It is the only ending of the loop or a cycle, or the we can say that for the temporary ending of the program, that is the M30. It is M30 is not means that you are going to stop the complete machine. You are not going to stop the complete programming. You are just going to stop of the part of the programming. That's for that purpose you have to use the M30. So these are the some basic G code and M codes. And in this lecture we are going to start our lecture in thoroughly and study about the what is the work holding devices, what is the tool holding devices, and how we are going to use the palette changes or like that, and we will take some examples regarding these operations on the lathe machine and milling machine, also how we are going to perform the programmings using a computer, and how we can perform the operations on a lathe machine and a milling machine. So for these lectures we are going to finish, or we are going to stop here. So thank you for attending. Okay, thank you guys.